we're living in the moment, the moment. So don't look back, it's a long, long road ahead, a long, long road ahead.
Hello, and welcome back to Better Buddies. I'm your host, RJ. With us this week, it's Tanner.
Ahoy!
And a brand new buddy, Bree.
Hi.
Congratulations, you're the third woman ever to be on the show. How do you feel?
Woo. Honored. Thrilled.
Awesome. Our Better Buddies icebreaker. What obstacles would be included in the world's most amazing obstacle course?
Oh.
And I think there's an obvious answer that just has to be included no matter what, and that's Piranha Pit.
Of course.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the world's most amazing obstacle course. Whether they're jumping over it, swimming through it, whatever we want to do with it, there's gonna be a Piranha Pit.
Yeah. I mean, if there's no blood, then I don't want it.
See?
I was gonna say I don't know, I just like the wipeout obstacle courses and like those big balls.
The ones that like swing back and forth, or like that they have to jump over? Because I've not seen Wipeout.
Like they're big above the water and they jump on them.
Oh yeah, those ones. Okay.
Yeah, so
Dang.
maybe the Piranha Pit can be under it.
Yeah. Yes.
You got me going talking about those big swinging balls.
Yeah, Tanner, you like a pair of, you like some nice swinging balls?
Oh yeah.
Do you just want another set of those as the obstacle, or do you got something else in mind?
Oh, well, probably not those since you already got some big balls in there.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Let's see. I don't know. Maybe like someone throwing knives at you.
Oh, like actual knives or like foam knives, or
Like
like
actual knives.
okay.
If we got a piranha pit. We can have actual knives.
I mean, the piranha pit's mostly for show. Fun fact, piranha do not eat man flesh the way movies have told you.
Yeah, I know.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, no, they just
But
look
if
really
we're really-
scary. It's only when they're like
But if we're really-
starved.
If we're really cruel and we do starve the piranhas, though,
Probably then.
I mean,
we could.
these
we
are
could have
some
like
these are ethically sourced
We-
piranha.
We could have a full-on Roman Colosseum lions versus Christians thing going on.
I always thought piranhas, have you ever seen Doctor Who?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I forgot what they're called, but like the little dust things in the library that
Oh,
shred.
Yeah.
The
I always
like
thought they were
shadow
like those.
thing in the library
Yeah, like-
episode where it gets into the suits and it's like, hey, who turned out the lights?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's a
I would-
really good episode. That's maybe the best episode of Doctor Who.
Not true, but continue.
I really liked it.
It's a fantastic episode. It's not the best one.
What's the best one?
I'm trying to remember what it is, but there's the David Tennant one with the family when there's he's lost his memory and what's her name?
And
What's
the
companion?
old was that Martha?
Yeah, Martha's
No, not Martha.
kind of keeping an eye on him, and then you find out at the end of the episode that a family of alien extreme hunters was hunting the Doctor for sport, and
Yeah.
he did it just to protect them. Because once he got his memories back, he did the whole oh, you want time? We'll give you time, and just set them off into Greek mythology level tortures.
Yeah. Yeah, I like that one was sweet because he fell in love a little bit, and then Martha was like,
Yeah,
"Why not me?"
'Cause he's got a thing for
the one that
blondes.
was Martha the one that was originally a dentist or a nurse or something?
yeah. She was originally she was either a doctor or in training to be a doctor.
I think that's
Okay.
right.
Yeah,
I think that's
she was a med
I don't
student.
think I don't think she was around long enough.
Yeah, she probably
Like, you
could have
wanted
gone
her
longer.
longer?
She got screwed over. Like, Rose was there fucking forever, and then Donna after her was there fucking forever, and she got like half a season.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't feel like she was that well written, though. She could have been better.
I did think it was a little bit of a weird thing that, like, after she left, because it was with Donna, I want to say, that, like, Martha goes on to end up becoming part of Earth's defense force and, like, just goes full super soldier levels of, like, oh, I know how to deal with alien threats. Which I was kind of like,
Who
okay,
did?
it'd be fair.
Donna?
But, yeah, no, Martha.
Oh,
It was
Martha
like during,
did.
because she
Oh,
came
right.
back during Donna's, like, run, where, I think it was, like, with the Master or something, but, like, Martha is leading, like, a resistance force because she just knows what to do, because she's been with the Doctor for long enough to be a companion.
Yeah.
I'm realizing I don't remember as much about Doctor Who as I thought.
Well, they used it as part of a way to tell be like, oh, Doctor, you ruined the lives of everyone who travels with you, because they all end up becoming, like, super hardcore mercenary level fighters.
Yeah.
Maybe that's part of the obstacle course. You have to be the Doctor's companion.
You have to single-handedly commandeer the TARDIS.
Oh, good grief.
Yep.
That's gonna take a minute. And then afterwards, there's one of those, like, the walls that you gotta climb up in, like, a military obstacle course. But that's after you've taken over the TARDIS.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Any other obstacles we should include in the course?
I was trying to think.
I've always been a fan of, like, wall jump stuff.
Oh.
Mhm.
So, like, I don't know if it's like a corridor with no floor and you have to, like, alternate what side you're, like pillars on the sides or whatever that you have to step between.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Like, that would be cool. I like those. Those always look like so much fun. I'm sure they're extremely hard.
I mean, my understanding, it depends on how, like, parallel they are, right? Because, like, there's the not quite vertical ones, where it's more a matter of if you, like, stop running or hesitate, then you fall because you lose your grip. But if you just keep going, it's like walking on coals, where if you just run fast enough, it doesn't matter. Or you could do the, like, fully vertical, and they have to, like, splay out their arms and legs to get across and, like, keep from falling.
Mhm.
Yeah, got to keep momentum up.
Okay.
Going on
For all
like,
Go ahead.
American Ninja Warrior, they usually have some pretty good obstacle courses.
I know. I was thinking of Survivor. Let's see.
That could be part of the obstacle course, is you get dumped and have to play a game, like a full season of Survivor. And you get released off the island in order you come in. Like, the winner gets to leave the island first, followed by the next person, so on and so forth.
Oh. I like that.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
I also watched, we watched Beast Games.
Oh no. Was it...
It was actually kind of funny.
Really?
Yeah.
How?
I don't know.
Okay.
I'm trying to remember.
So it was funny, but not memorable.
Yeah. Oh, gosh.
Yeah, I don't want to know the big face with all the money that's making people play the games, you know?
Yeah.
That's just a touch, like, class-based for me. Make it a faceless studio with tons of money that's making poor people do things.
Mm-hmm.
What if it was Jigsaw?
I just watched all those.
Does Jigsaw
What if we
even
have
have that much
Jigsaw?
money?
I don't know. What if we had Jigsaw host the obstacle course?
I'd be okay with that. Well, every course has to have a host. I'm not saying you can't have a host. I'm just saying, like, because Mr. Beast is functionally funding the Beast games borderline
Yeah.
single-handedly after doing years and years of game show-esque, like, challenges where he made poor people do things for money. I don't know, I just don't love the, hey, I'm rich enough to make poor people do things for money versus Oh, it's a studio that hired a host to talk about poor people doing things for money.
Yeah, where the studio is just rich enough to have poor people do things for money.
Yeah. I'm that one's got enough separation of like person, right? Like, I don't think the executives running ABC or NBC or wherever the fuck these game shows are hosted are sitting there being like, yes, I can't wait to put poor people through the obstacle course I've created and through all these challenges that will test their stamina and strength of will. When they're like, what's a game? You got a pitch? Sure, we'll fund that, whatever. Like, they're busy enough doing other things that I'm like, okay, you should care more, but you don't, and you're not paying attention to the torture you're inflicting. Versus Mr. Beast, his whole thing is, I inflict torture on people with the carrot of, here, have some money. And then he went and got a game show deal out of it with Amazon to do it to 100 people at once.
Ooh.
Yeah. I think this season had like 1,000.
Oh, Jesus fucking Christ.
I think. I could be wrong. What was I just thinking?
Oh, that new obstacle course bit, you have to get in a fight pit with Mr. Beast. I want that obstacle in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, I've also got another obstacle. You have to get the crowd to laugh at an open mic night.
Oh,
That's a good one.
dang.
I thought you were going to go with, you have to fix the American political system. Bring about world peace. No, stand-up set's a good one. Because I actually have seen that done as a challenge. On Dropout, Game Changer did an episode where they brought in 3 stand-up comedians and had a crowd of like 100 volunteers, but it's round 1, there's the obvious like people who have something different going on of like, oh, there's a set of triplets at that table, or that person's got a bunch of like really whacked out like out of the ordinary piercings. Round 2, some of them like took their jackets off and they're wearing black shirts with like a word on their chest to prompt the comedians to ask like, what's going on here? What's your deal? Why is this? But then the 3rd round, the rest of the people took off their jackets and there were like red shirts with really fucked up shit on them that it's like we had to vet these people to make sure they were okay to get made fun of about this. But it's basically just trauma.
Mm-hmm.
And the comedians did a pretty good job of making fun of the trauma.
What was that? Dropout?
Yeah, so it was an episode of Game Changer on Dropout, and then that got spun off into its own show where they got a new season coming out in a couple months, and they got Taylor Tomlinson for one of the episodes, which I've seen some of her clips. She's pretty funny, and I'm looking forward to actually seeing some of her stand-up work.
Mm-hmm. I knew someone who saw her show in person.
Was it good?
I think so.
I hope so. All right. Our next segment, Better Buddies Recommend, where we recommend a piece of media to enjoy. So, Bree, because you're new, this could be any kind of media you want. We've had everything from music, books, movies, television shows, video games, food, activities, doing nothing.
So media or non-media.
Recommend something. Or not.
I've been... Well, I picked up a new book.
Oh.
It's the From Blood and Ash. Do you know that?
I don't think I know that one.
Is that part of the Court of Thorns and Roses series?
No, but it's like adjacent. Like I think people who like ACOTAR like this one.
Oh, so it's fairy smut.
Oh, it's also fairy smut? Okay.
Hell yeah.
But like I got it because, well, actually an old therapist of mine had recommended it.
What was it again?
The book?
Yeah.
From Blood and Ash by Jennifer Armentrout. But but I got like only a few pages in because whenever I read, I have this disease where I have to then write like my own stories. So I'm just working on a story right now.
Hell yeah.
So I don't know if I recommend From Blood and Ash yet.
So you've recommended not reading.
Yeah.
And here I googled it, and the AI summary is very tantalizing. Poppy, a maiden chosen from birth for a solitary life and a sacred ascension, capital A, whose world is upended by the arrival of a new guard, Hawk, with an E, leading to forbidden desire, political intrigue, and the unraveling of her kingdom's dark secrets, including the truth about the Ascended, which I'm not going to say what that truth is, despite the AI prompt AI summary spoiling it.
Oh no. Yeah, don't say it, please. Yep. That's what I like to read.
You're in good company.
Yeah. No, but I am writing a fantasy story, so.
Hell yeah.
And it is smutty, so.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, so I'll recommend that once I get that published.
Please
5 to
do.
10 years.
Do
But
you have...
I can think of a real one.
I was about to ask, do you have something you have consumed that you want to recommend?
Yeah. Let me think. Because right now I'm just reading school books, so I don't have anything
I'll
too juicy, but
give you a little time to think.
yeah.
I'm going to recommend, I say as I open up Libby, check my timeline. Yeah, I'm going to recommend, because I don't think I did, Hunters of Dune. My continuing quest to recommend every Dune book. I'm finally through the second to last book. And thank God they wrote this book. Because it was not the first one written after Frank Herbert died. But as I talked about on the last time I talked about Dune, so Frank Herbert, the original author of Dune, wrote 6 books, the last one being Chapter House Dune. His series took place over the course of like 5,000 years. And at the end of the last book he wrote, a group of characters escape in a ship from the planet they were on and head off into the void of space after one of the characters, the through character, Duncan Idaho, he sees a vision of an old man and an old woman tending a garden and a like energy web forming around the ship. So he destroys all the navigation data of the ship and flies it blindly into space to a random place to escape. And that was where the Frank Herbert ended the series, because he died. His son, Brian Herbert, and Kevin J. Anderson, a very popular and prolific science fiction author, they wanted to continue the works. They went and wrote like 3 prequel books, but then in the process of writing those, found out that there was a safety deposit box with all of Frank Herbert's notes for a Dune 7.
Whoa.
So they used those notes and split it into 2 books, 7 and 8. 7, which they had to because the old man, old woman thing made no fucking sense. There was nothing in the entire fucking series that made those 2 people make any fucking sense. And Hunters of Dune, we get more of the ship of escapees, including Duncan Idaho, as they keep hopping from like place to place, trying to just stay ahead of this old man and woman, who the book eventually reveals are in fact robots. A core theme of the original Dune story, the first book, is the Butlerian Jihad, that Dune does not have computers, they do not have robots, because they all thinking machines are banned. And it turns out, some robots escaped the Jihad and exist out in like past explored space, and back like 3 books ago, when human population exploded out into a new series of colonization and exploration, the people that went out there accidentally found the robots and beat up the robots, and so the robots have been retaliating by mass extinctioning the humans and just advancing through space, wiping them out. which is why this group of humans that came back had been attacking everybody, because they weren't trying to conquer the original universe. They were trying to run away from the robots. And so this ship is like trying to stay a step ahead of the robots. Meanwhile, back in the known universe, the organization, the Bene Gesserit, are stamping out all rebellion against them because their leader knows the robots are coming and is trying to like unify everybody. And of course, that doesn't really work out. So the Hunters of Dune ends with the group on the spaceship like being pretty okay, staying ahead of their thing. But also they created a bunch of clones of people from the original first book. So like all these characters you know and love are now back 5,000 years later, just kind of hanging out and growing up. While in the like known universe, they finish fighting this big battle and like consolidating power in the galaxy, only for you as the reader to know, oh, the robots are about to kick your fucking ass. So, very weird series, but I've been enjoying as it's getting close to the end my experiences with it.
Yeah. What's your favorite part about it?
I think my favorite part depends on the context. So, like, I really like the first book, just plain old Dune. Because it's a very well self-contained story that has a lot of layers and theming and ideas, so whatever point of view you want to read it from, you will get something out of it. So you could read Dune as a Christ parallel of Paul Muad'Dib becoming a chosen one and saving his people. You could read it as lampooning and spearing the idea of a Christ figure and how, in fact, Christ figures should not be followed. Messiahs should not be followed because messiahs will inevitably fail. You could read it as a validation of the feudal system. You could read it as explaining why the feudal system doesn't work. It's just a very well-written story with a lot of themes that are, depending on how you choose to read into it, could be contradictory. With a lot of really great character work. This series is fascinating because, like I said, it takes over 5,000 years. Like, between books 3 and 4, there is a 3,500 year time jump. And there's only 2 characters that make it through all 3,500 years, one of them being the immortal God Emperor Sandworm, and the other being the eternal clones of Duncan, Idaho, because they just keep cloning this man and will not let him die. And then, after that book, there's another 1,500 years. And again, Duncan, Idaho is the only person from that time jump because they just keep cloning this man and will not let him die in peace.
Alright.
But it's a very interesting commentary on continued governance. In Chapter House Dune, a quote that really stood out to me was, "Real boats rock," because as the like leader of this sisterhood is examining the planet and their systems and all that, she makes a point to be like, yeah, if everything's going smoothly, somebody's hiding something. Something's going wrong and they're not telling you. If there's a problem, that means that they're actually doing what they're supposed to do, because real boats rock. So, overall, a series with lots of fun philosophy and sci-fi bullshit.
Yeah.
Bree, did you think of something, or should we move to Tanner?
I did think of something.
What you got?
I just watched Hamnet.
Hamnet?
Did you watch Hamnet? Yeah.
Was it good? I wanted to see it, and I never got around to it.
I thought it was super good. I mean, I don't know that much about William Shakespeare, but I guess that's kind of the point of watching. I mean, obviously this is dramatization, but I thought the acting was super good. Yeah, it just felt super emotional, but like it just, I don't know, the story just flowed super well.
Okay.
And it was cool because they didn't like call William Shakespeare by his name throughout most of the movie, but I mean they made like little things here and there. But it was just cool because it was more focused on his wife, who like I looked up afterwards, and like there's just not that much known about her.
No.
And so like I don't know. I just thought it was super cool, and she's sort of witchy.
Ooh.
And that's cool.
That
Um,
begs an interesting play on how witches are seen in Shakespeare's works.
mm,
If she's kind of witchy, but then like you think to Macbeth and the witches there, where they're not evil characters, but they're certainly not forces for good. They're very neutral, and the whole like bubble, toil and trouble.
mm-hmm.
Interesting.
I won't lie. I never read Macbeth,
Ugh.
but I do know the witches from the Doctor Who episode.
Fair enough. Alright, so what I'm hearing is I'm going to have to teach a class on Shakespeare.
Yes.
Tanner,
Yes.
do you know much about Shakespeare?
Not as much as I should, having been a student of theater.
Alright. I'm looking at my big fancy complete works of William Shakespeare. We're going to bust that out sometime.
Absolutely.
It's going to be like a 16-week course. It's going to be great.
Yeah.
Because, fun fact, Shakespeare may or may not have even been just one person.
Yeah, that's what I Googled or found in my Googling. I did read Hamlet in high school.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. It's hard for me to understand. But I did also, this is another recommendation, if I may.
Yeah.
Uncle Vanya, the play by Chekhov. Do you know it?
No.
I know.
I just thought it was super good.
What's it about?
You said, it's about like this family in the countryside, and kind of like it starts out well. I don't know if it was just this interpretation, but it started out like kind of funny almost, but basically, like this older professor and his like younger like not his first like his probably I think his second wife like are staying at this like country home of Vanya, who is the brother of the professor's late first wife, I think.
Okay.
Actually, I should just Google this. But it's just like kind of following just like a day in the life and kind of their boredom and their like I don't know, just like exploring what like life is sort of.
Russian theater.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. And then it got like the tone definitely shifted like at the end and it became more like just sad.
Okay.
And there was a doctor who like the daughter of the professor was in love with, but he was in love with the wife, and it was just I don't know. It was just really good.
Hell yeah. Going back to Shakespeare, you said you read Hamlet. Have you seen Hamlet in any forms?
I think I saw the movie.
David Tennant one?
Yeah.
Yes.
Today is really about Doctor Who, actually. But yeah, I think I saw that one.
It's the best one. The absolute
Okay,
best
that's
depiction. Hands down.
What year was that?
Old.
96? No way. No way.
No, I believe it.
It's old? It was? Oh.
Uh,
Let me look it up.
it was, if I can spell anything.
Mhm.
2009. Okay, not as old as I thought.
Okay, that's what
It's still pretty decent.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot the shirt he wears. One of the scenes is a muscle t-shirt.
What?
Yeah. One of the scenes in it when he's like ranting and raving to himself, He's wearing a t-shirt with a stencil of muscles on it. So the implication being, if it was in the olden days, he'd be doing the scene shirtless.
David Tennant's such a daddy.
It's a stacked cast too. Patrick Stewart.
Mhm.
I'll be honest, I don't recognize any other ones,
that's
but
all.
that's good enough.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. I still don't know if I know what Hamlet is really about.
Self-loathing, lack of female agency, and revenge.
Oh, okay.
Although it could be argued the women do in fact have agency based on the decisions they make, but that's really open to interpretation.
All right.
A big one being Ophelia and her drowning herself. Is that a matter of her trying to escape the lack of agency and the actions imposed upon her by the men around her? Or is that her exercising her agency to remove herself from the situation, having no other way out?
Yeah.
I took a whole Shakespeare course and then also did Hamlet again for a literature course that was basically reading through lenses. So like every single work we read, we had to read through a different lens. So like a feminist lens, a classist lens, like that kind of thing.
Really cool.
Yeah, it was a fun course.
Yeah.
Tanner, what do you got?
Yeah.
I will be breaking from the David Tennant theme.
What?
And
How dare you?
recommending, because I think I haven't done it yet, the 1.0 launch of Palworld.
What's different besides the capture mechanics they had to change for the lawsuit?
The capture mechanics themselves actually didn't change all that much, but they've added some pretty big new areas. They've shuffled around kind of what spawns where.
Didn't they have to change the summoning stuff, or did they switch it back after the lawsuit concluded?
Oh, they changed like the sending out your pal, because when it launched, it was like Pokemon, where you'd throw your ball out and your pal would appear where the ball was thrown. But now it's you send it out and it just appears, and then you send it out and it just appears next to you. So like that's still a change, and unfortunately they did have to get rid of the using pals as gliders mechanic because of the Nintendo lawsuit for some reason.
Fucking Nintendo.
Yeah, like I thought that Pokemon had a couple of legitimate claims with like character asset rips.
They really didn't, though.
There were some pals that were legitimately just Pokemon but recolored.
Yeah, but it was a beta. They're stand-in sprites.
Yeah. And they were like the one that I'm thinking of that was like the most egregious Verdash was like just Cinderace but green. Got a complete redesign.
The fuck
looks
is a
nothing like
Cinderace
Cinderace anymore.
Oh, that thing.
Yeah, the soccer playing rabbit.
I thought you were gonna go for the Anubis ass Lucario.
No, that doesn't really look like Lucario that much.
Doesn't it?
Not really. Like,
Fair
other than
enough.
the fact it's a bipedal dog based on Egypt.
Well, didn't have the ear things that Lucario has? Like, not the ear things, but the bandana looking head tails?
Not that. No, its head tails were more like they come down more like a suit coat almost.
Oh, okay.
But like there were a couple that honestly did look like asset rips that were recolored. But then what Nintendo actually sued for was mechanic stuff that has been in video games since like the dawn of video games, like being able to mount your creatures, like having mounts. That's just a staple of video games. That's not something Nintendo should own.
Yeah.
But like that's what they went after instead of the. And I get that like it's difficult to prove the it's difficult to prove that they're just using your own character design or whatever.
Let's be honest. Nintendo was just pissed somebody was being more popular with the monster catching game genre for all of 30 seconds.
Maybe.
Like, if they hadn't said anything, it probably would have blown over a lot faster.
Yeah. But yeah, a lot of pals got redesigned. There's like a story now with
Ooh.
like side quests and like a main
Okay.
quest line. What else? Base building got some updates. Like you can do different stuff with your bases. Not that I've tried any of that yet because I really suck at base building in pretty much any video game ever.
Fair.
What else?
Do they have crossplay?
Yes.
Oh.
Yep, it's crossplay to all systems. They just haven't released on Nintendo, and I don't think ever will.
Well, what are you doing this weekend?
Me?
You don't actually have to say what you're doing this weekend. I'm just implying that, like, hey, I've got it on PC, and if we got crossplay going...
Yeah, I'm definitely down to start a world with you.
Hell yeah.
I've been playing it pretty regularly. Next weekend I might have some friends over on Saturday, but otherwise I'm pretty free, I think.
Nice. What's been your like favorite change with the full release?
Ooh, favorite change from full release.
Can you still capture humans?
Yes, you can.
Hell yeah. I mean, hell nah. Hell no. But also...
Well, what's great about capturing humans is there are some humans that there's like bounties out for, so they're like the alpha boss humans.
Yeah.
And when you accomplish a bounty, you get like a successful bounty ticket, which you can exchange for like good items and stuff.
Oh, so they've incorporated it as like a karma system almost.
Well, not really.
Not like a karma system like systematically like that, but like there are people where you capture them and turn them in as the bounty. It's a good thing because they're bad guys. But there's other people where if you capture them, people come after you for it?
No, not exactly.
Oh.
Well, what's great is whether you kill or capture them, you get the completed bounty ticket. But if you capture them and get the ticket, and then you take them back to your base and butcher them with the butcher knife, you get the ticket again.
What? You did what?
Yes, and that's not like a 1 point that's not new with 1.0. That's been part of the game for a while.
Why don't you just put them to work at your base like you do with all the other enslaved animals?
Because you can, but the successful bounty tickets you can exchange for really good items, so you get basically double rewards for catching and butchering.
And what's the like? Are there people that if you capture them, people get mad about it?
Yeah, if you get caught capturing, like the police will come after you for a little bit. They've incorporated a wanted level now.
Oh,
so it like goes up to 5 stars, and that determines how much what force comes after you. Like 1 star is just like a bunch of guys, and you can like hide from them, and your wanted level can go down. But if you get up to like 4 or 5 stars, like attack helicopters will start coming after you.
What the fuck? They just made it GTA?
Pretty much, yeah. I think they incorporated helicopters with the oil rigs.
So
a while ago,
if there's a bounty and you catch the bounty, but you have that increases your wanted level.
No, when you're doing like the like boss humans, the like bounty,
they don't count.
No, they don't.
What about like the bad guy minions?
I don't think they do either.
But if you capture like regular old humans,
yeah. If there's like a peaceful NPC walking around and you, like the first ball you throw, they'll like deflect it and then nothing will happen. But if you throw a ball again, then people will start coming after you.
Good to know.
And like one of the like loading tips is like, oh yeah, NPC like people will tolerate a little bit of damage, but like repeat offenses, they'll start attacking back. But I think actually my favorite update for full release is they updated the wildlife sanctuaries.
Okay.
So there's still the 3 of them. A lot of the spawns are still the same, but they got complete overhauls. They look completely different. They're like actual habitats now, like actual biomes. They're not just like a 3-tiered shelf that stuff spawns on. And then instead of like patrolling guards, there's drones, and the drones are level 80, and you don't get anything for killing them.
Oh,
They're just really hard to beat, so you don't want to get caught by the drones.
wait. So there's wildlife sanctuaries you can pillage, plunder, and
Yes.
what?
Yeah, and they're
poach?
always have been. Yeah, they're
I
always
never
have been.
got to
Like,
that point. Apparently,
like remember the one that looks like an electric type Totoro,
yeah.
that pal?
Yeah.
Grisbolt. So Grisbolt has always been capturable at and only at Wildlife Sanctuary number 1.
Oh, I only
But
ever
it
saw
was
it
basic.
at the fight with it.
Yeah, with the tower. The only
Yeah.
place it's ever been in the wild has been Wildlife Sanctuary number 1.
Okay.
But that used to just, like, all the sanctuaries are like islands and they've got like a protective dome over the top, whatever. But like that was the only way you could catch one. And as soon as you like enter, you'll get a thing that says like criminal activity underway because you're there to poach essentially.
Damn,
And so if you get caught, they'll come after you right away.
that's pretty neat.
But yeah, those all got overhauls and they're all unique biomes and they look really pretty and they've added a bunch of new pals with the update too.
Okay.
So I think I saw the number and it was like almost 300 pals total
Oh,
in the
damn.
game now. So it's good. It's worth getting back into. It's worth starting a new world for, in my opinion.
Yeah.
You don't have to like wipe your old save file, but like it's worth starting over.
Trying to see if I got okay. I like Clovey. That's a pretty fun design.
Pupperai is so cute, and he's like one of the first new pals you get to see.
He's pretty good. He's pretty good.
And then obviously like new pals with the 2 new areas also.
Oh, Elgrove. Love that tree motherfucker.
Elgrove's so cool. They also like adjusted a whole bunch of their like abilities. So like Elgrove's new, but he's got an ability that like turns your attack into grass type.
Oh, neat.
And then he also like boosts your attack by a certain percentage.
Tetrois, it's just a brick block that's got a turtle underneath. That's pretty fun.
Yep. Oh yeah, they also did a collab with Terraria, so there's like a bunch of Terraria creatures in there as
yeah.
pals now and weapons and stuff and armor.
Oh, Prickster
And
Lux. This is weird scorpion
Ooh.
bastard.
Yeah, they added a bunch of like subspecies and whatever too with the like Ignis and Lux and I don't know if there ever was like a normal type or like whatever they're calling normal type.
Wasn't there that like
But it's
chicken
like-
thing? Like the early chicken?
What? Oh yeah, but like I mean a subspecies. So like
Oh.
if there was an electric pal later, if it had like a normal variant, like yeah. But there are those now. Like they're like Primo is like the name, and there's also like a gold Dormud now
Okay.
that I happen to find, and if you leave them in the farm, then they produce pal oil and money.
Nice.
Yeah, it's great. Definitely worth getting back into. I've been having a great time with it.
Yeah, because I don't think I've really played since release, so.
Oh, they have added so much. Like that was
Hell
2
yeah.
years ago already.
Yeah. Oh my
Like,
god, that was
they've
2
been-
years ago.
They've been slowly
Oh,
adding
no.
a whole bunch of stuff, and then 1.0 made it all look so much better. Like the
Oh,
the
man.
animations, the graphical fidelity, it's all so smooth, so good.
Okay. Well, on that note, to distract me from the passage of time, our next segment, How to Be a Better Buddy, where we give some real and some humorous advice. Our first question this week, how often do you shower? With the further details, how often do you shower? I know someone close to me that showers once every 2 to 3 weeks. Wondering if this is something other men do? Needless to say, he fucking stinks.
Is it something other men do? Yes.
No.
Should they? No.
No, they shouldn't. And any man who waits 2 to 3 fucking weeks to shower should be ostracized from society until he learns how to behave.
Like, unless you smell really bad, you don't need to shower every day, but you should be showering, at least 2 or 3 times a week.
I am of the opinion that you should be showering at minimum every other day. And if you're doing every 3 days, you better smell like fucking roses on day 2. And I say this as somebody who has hyperhidrosis, and if he lets himself go more than 24 hours, becomes a very stinky boy.
Mm.
What do you think, Bree? How long can people get away without showering?
Am I thinking of or like men specifically or anyone, including
Anyone.
myself?
Dealer's choice.
Anyone.
Okay. I would say every other day.
At most.
Yes. At minimum.
Yeah, well...
Oh.
I think minimum... Well, golly, I'm confused now. Most... Minimally have to shower every other day because that's the smallest amount of time... Like, that's the required amount of time it has to be. No,
Yes.
most.
I don't know.
You can go 2 every other day at most. You can't go more than a day. There. We got there. Figured it out.
I don't. Okay. Yeah. I mean, Alex likes to call me a stink rat. Because I don't shower 2 days a day or 2 times a day like him.
Wait, what? Hang on.
Yep.
There are people who shower more than once a day?
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely.
What the fuck?
Yeah. I don't get it.
That's the point of the shower.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. He does work out twice a day. So
Okay, there it is.
Yeah.
I do my workout before I shower for the day, so that I only have to do it the once. And then the second time I get any exercise in is if I go for a walk at night or my push-ups before I go to bed. So I don't need to be like fully clean before bed. Because I'm going to go to bed and then get up and go get sweaty and exercised again and then shower. But if you're doing like full exercises twice a day, and if you're not doing it just before you're going to bed, you probably have some time you want to feel a little cleaner.
Mhm. There have been times where... Is this a safe space?
It's as safe as you choose to make it.
Yeah, this is getting posted on the internet.
Yeah, this is public.
I know.
My former boss listens, and to be fair, he hasn't gotten past episode 50 yet, but you know, he might get here someday.
I just mean more in that you guys won't judge me.
I'll put it this way. I might judge a little bit, but I'm not going to be mean to you about it.
Okay, that's what I needed. I play volleyball,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
and in the summer I play sand volleyball.
Yeah.
And last summer there were times where I didn't actually shower after,
Yeah.
and I went to bed
Okay.
sandy and sweaty.
There's the catch. There's the catch.
Yeah.
I'm cool with sweaty, right? Like I said.
Yeah.
Sandy? How sandy? Because if that sand's getting into the bed, and then I got sands, like if I go to the beach, right? Let's say I go to the beach. I got a bunch of sand on my legs, or like I played some sand volleyball, I got a bunch of sand on my shins. I'm not climbing into bed until I've at least like cleaned my shins off. Maybe not with the full shower, but like I'm not getting a bunch of sand in my sheets.
Yeah, no. That's
Okay.
crossing the line.
Then yeah, you're fine.
No, I mean I can't say I didn't get any in there, but
Yeah.
you know, it's like you're coming home at 11 p.m. because it's a late game. You have work in the morning at like you have to get up at 6 to commute. Like, ugh. But I am now reformed.
You just grab a dry towel, wipe your legs
Yeah.
off to get all the dry sand and muck off, and go to bed.
Yeah. Well, what I do is I take my sweaty shirt off outside, and I brush off the sand with it.
Yeah, perfect. That's exactly what you should do.
I'm disgusting.
Nah, that's what I'd do.
Like, look, if you're not sharing the bed with anyone, you can get in there as sweaty and as sandy as you want to, and you're the only one that has to deal with it, right?
Exactly.
True.
Exactly.
See,
Yep.
I'm just thinking of like future me, you know? I do have to share that bed with future me.
Yeah, and you're the one that has to deal with it.
Yeah, and I don't want to have to deal with it. So like I'm gonna at least wipe it off, like use my shirt or a towel or something, wipe the sand off. Get as much of it as I can.
So you're getting into bed exactly as sandy and sweaty as you want to.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna go to the beach, cover myself in sand, and then jump into bed.
Hey, you do you.
I won't.
As if no one else is sharing your bed, they're like no one else gets to complain about it.
Yeah. And I feel like there's a difference between like fresh sheets getting in after volleyball, even if you wipe down, versus, end of the line, like you're about to change them anyway. I think it's acceptable.
Yeah.
Yeah, but nowadays I usually shower every day because after I got bangs in my hair,
Yep.
I hate when they're dirty.
Yeah. That's the other thing is my hair tends to get greasy after about 24 hours to the point where it's like the itchy, feels gross greasy.
Yeah.
And drives me up a wall. So I cannot go more than 24 hours without actually like washing my hair.
Yeah. Do you guys use dry shampoo at all?
No. I use 3-in-1.
I don't.
3-in-1.
You're laughing. Next time we hang out, you feel my hair and you tell me I'm wrong.
I tell him he's wrong all the time.
And yet, have you felt my hair, Tanner?
I don't know that I have, actually.
Take a feel. Because I have yet to find anyone who feels my hair and doesn't say, oh, that's super soft.
I use a deep conditioner once a week.
There you go.
I use a deep conditioner every time I wash my hair, which is I don't know, 2 or 3 times a week usually.
I wish I could get away with going that long. Because there will be days, like, if I stay up too late and, like, got showered too early in the day and it's been a long enough time, there are some days where I can go to bed and, like, my head will be itchy because I can just feel the grease and the grossness in it.
Yeah. I don't know. Some people, some people swear they can train their hair, but I don't even think that's real.
Nah, I think they get used to it. I think maybe there is like once you get used to the pattern, you're cool because like your natural oils even out or whatever the fuck. But like that would require me not cleaning my hair for at minimum 24 hours, which would drive me up a goddamn wall.
Yeah. Yeah. I think I was able to go when I lived in Spain, my apartment was so cold and the shower was so cold that I avoided it as much as possible. And so I think then I would not shower more than 2 times a week. But my hair, I think eventually sort of got used to it.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Cool.
But then I don't... Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
I was just going to say, because then when... I know you guys haven't cut your hair in a while, but when you do chop it, then it gets way greasy way faster because it's used to producing more oil for your whole head.
Oh, interesting. I'd never thought about that.
Yeah.
Huh.
Anyway.
Cool. Our next question: how to deal with having too many perspectives? With the further details, basically because I've been through many different experiences, I feel that I can understand both sides of any situation, and I know many other men can relate. The problem is now I don't know what is truly right or wrong in this world, and I don't know what I truly stand for. And if I don't know what I truly stand for, I don't feel a sense of purpose in life. I would appreciate any advice from any men who have navigated through this kind of mindset.
Are these coming from you, RJ?
No.
Okay.
These are coming from Reddit.
Oh, okay. Okay. Sorry.
It's fair asking. The I mean, we also take email submissions, so if people want to submit questions for us to answer, we take those. BetterBuddiesCast@gmail.com. But my response to this is, you got to figure out what you stand for first. Like, it's one thing to be able to understand both sides of a situation, but let's take the situation of someone murders someone because they're a serial killer and they murder people. Like, you can understand all of their life history and story that led them to being a serial killer. That doesn't make the killing any more right. They're still a serial killer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but what if it felt really good to kill that person?
Still murder.
Like, really good.
Cool
Like,
motive,
the best
still
feeling
murder.
you've ever felt.
Cool motive, still murder.
I don't know. My view is skewed because of my training in systems theory and how, like, recursive cycles, like, and I'm not necessarily replying to your specific example here, but just like the idea that like one part of a system like can't not affect another part of the system, and that system can't not, or part of the system can't not affect the other part of the system, and it just goes around and around. So I don't know where I was going with that specifically, but
Well, that sounds like it's a way of examining society and systemic situations as a whole, right? Of like seeing the system and the pieces that interact lead to other interactions, lead to outcomes, which lead to interactions, which lead to outcomes. Whereas that doesn't necessarily dictate what is wrong or right, just what is and isn't.
Yeah, and I feel like, I don't know, I feel like we are all students of the world and others, and I don't know if being completely decided on one side of a perspective over another like serves us, because I don't think it's a bad thing to like at least consider someone else's perspectives or whatever.
Yeah.
But, or I guess, and still holding true to values that you hold, and acting as much in line with those as you can, I think is kind of how you navigate some of those things.
You just reminded me of a saying I've been using a lot in the last few years, or like has been in my mind a lot in the last few years, is any faith untested is no faith at all. And I originally was thinking of it a lot in like religious contexts of like part of why I don't necessarily think there should be, or not necessarily should be, but one of the drawbacks I see to private religious education institutions is because it's becoming inundated in a faith you believe in, you're surrounded by people who presumably believe in that same faith, you're not having to test your beliefs and faith and measure it against other realities, other viewpoints, and see just how strong your faith actually is. You don't have to forge it in fire, but I think it holds true in a similar way for this question of like you said, don't close off to possibility, but test that understanding of other opinions, other options, other experiences against what you currently hold to be right and wrong, and see if it holds up. Right, Tanner?
That was gonna be part. Yeah, that was gonna be part of my answer actually. So I was gonna kind of go through what I did, and that was like, I kind of grew up with like, I grew up in a religious household, or at least went to Catholic school, and there was like religion present in my household my whole life. And like at some point in college, I started going like, well, why do I believe this? Is there a good reason to believe this? And I started looking at opposing viewpoints. Um, and like yeah, like it's okay to change your mind on stuff. But if you want to like if you want to develop like a really strong foundation for what you stand for, you have to like find what your axioms are, and your axioms are like the simplest fundamental thing that you believe in. Like, is human suffering good? Is human suffering bad? Kind of thing. Because it's not like
Mm.
you can't really reduce that more to like a why,
Mm.
And
right? Or maybe you can,
I mean,
but
you
like
could.
you have to like start with like an idea, and then you have to like have an answer, and then you go why, and then you go one further until you can't get until you ca- until you can't get to any more whys. Like there's no
It's like
real thing.
when a 3-year-old asks why, and you finally have to just say because.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Like when you finally get down to a thing that doesn't have an answer to a why, then that's your axiom. And then you can build your views based on that. But it is also still important to keep your mind doesn't have to be like entirely open, but an open enough mind that like if you find like an exception or whatever, you have to be able to account for that. And
Yeah.
if that changes your view later, that's also okay.
Mm-hmm.
And I think part of that too is the exception can still go against the axiom, but have a good reason for breaking that axiom. Very, very blunt example is murder. It is wrong to kill people because it's wrong to put somebody through suffering. However, soldiers have to kill people, and part of that being the okay, I'm on the battlefield. If I do not kill, I will likely die. That doesn't make it right to kill. It just is a necessity that has to occur. I can still be personally against it to whatever degree.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And like killing in self-defense is different than murder.
Yep.
Like if you're killing like in self-defense is like directly preventing harm from being done.
And I think a weirdly good example of this is actually self-defense law. Because a lot of, very commonly, at least in the state of Wisconsin, self-defense law is you have to have had no other option of escape before you strike back.
Mm.
Which, depending on circumstances, could be damaging. Depending on, like, women, minoritized individuals, etc. But overall, as a generalization, has the very good idea of, like, it is wrong to hurt people. If you had the option to not hurt someone, you should have taken it.
Mm.
Damn. This is a deep one.
But yeah, always whatever you find out you do stand for, it is important to keep like challenging it with opposing things and see if there's like actually any merit to it. And I maybe like an easy way to do that would be like to find a like a YouTube video that's like a response, like a takedown or whatever, or like a quote unquote debunking of what your belief is, and if they're like providing actual evidence for and like you're like, oh yeah, I can't really argue against that, then you might have to change your views on that. But if they're being more generic and like appealing to
Emotion.
like a not necessarily, because like there's a degree of emotion involved in all of this, but like if they're appealing more to like societal norms, I guess, rather than like actual evidence or like something that you actually feel for yourself, I guess.
And that's when you plant yourself like a tree by the river of truth and say, no, you move.
Well, I'm just thinking of like people who have legitimate delusions
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
of like paranoia, or I don't know. It's just interesting.
Oh, and it's a tough one too, because then it comes in the question of, is their mental health in a place that they can have accurate convictions,
Mhm.
right? They have strong convictions, to be sure, but those convictions are not based in reality.
Yeah. But then it's like, what makes someone's religious beliefs a reality? Time?
On one hand,
It's not
yeah,
an
time.
acceptance.
No, any cult can become a church. It just takes a couple hundred years.
Yeah. Look at the Mormons.
Church and cult are not mutually exclusive.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Pastafarianism.
Have you guys seen Bugonia?
Is that the one with the lady that that got her head covered in honey? The movie.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's got Emma Stone.
Yep.
I did not
Jesse
see it,
Plemons.
but I read the Wikipedia article because I was intrigued, and it was weird.
I recommend it. Actually, it's an interesting,
Yeah, it was kind of wild to read through.
thought-provoking in line with this. But yeah. Anyway, I was also gonna mention too, just how every single one of us has our own construction of reality. Like, there's no, even if we're in the same room as someone, the way we see things or describe things or whatever, what it means to us is like always going to be different, even if we say the exact same things and see the same things.
I 75% agree with you. But I think there is at minimum 2-tier layer to that. There is objective reality where even though we might be using different, like if there's a milk crate, black has this grid pattern sitting in the middle of the room, and I say, oh, look, there's a milk crate. You know what I mean, right?
Yeah.
And then...
But what if I described it in a different way than you just did?
Which you could, but I would most likely still, like, again, empty room with just this milk crate sitting in the middle of it. I'd still understand the milk crate, is what you're referring to.
Yeah.
But then the other, like, 25, maybe 30% is that bias that comes in, right? Of how we choose to describe things, the perceptions we have, the assumptions we make because of those perceptions. Where it goes from, oh, there's a milk crate in the middle of the room to, is the milk crate trash? Is it a useful container? Does it belong there? Like, those kinds of things.
Yeah.
So I think that's where some of the what's the word I want? Not objective. Subjective reality comes in.
But do you, and this is something we talk about in my program, is that like first order versus second order? And is it possible for us to even have an objective reality if it's filtering through us in the first place?
Yes, and.
Okay.
That goes back to the 75% thing I was talking about, which my percentages may be way off, but it's that, like, however subjective our perceptions of reality are, we have reached enough common language and common recognition to generally operate as both individuals and societies and have an understanding of what things are. So that when I say carrot, you could be thinking baby carrots, you could be thinking full carrots, you could be thinking with the stem still on it, you could be thinking without it, you could be thinking shredded, but I say carrot, you still know what a carrot is. And so when I say, hey, can you pass me those carrots, you know to pass the carrots, right?
But it's like a shared reality in little bubbles of, and I'm just arguing for the sake of arguing, but little bubbles, because, I mean, if we take something a little bit more nuanced, like trauma.
Yeah.
Someone, or even depression, anxiety, whatever. Someone's experience of the exact same symptoms, even if they fit the exact criteria, are going to be different than someone else's experience with them.
Absolutely.
But they could still be using the same words.
Well, and I think a great tie into that is resiliency, right? Depending on how much resilience someone has, the same experience could have the different end results.
Mm-hmm.
Hell yeah.
Everything comes down to context.
And with that, thank you both for joining this week.
Absolutely.
Thanks for having us.
Love you both.
Love you too.
Thank you to the band Problem of Interest for letting us use the song Living in the Moment off the album Cross Off Yesterday. You can find them on iTunes and Spotify. You can find us on iTunes, Spotify, YouTube, or wherever fine podcasts are sold. We're also on social media. Our Facebook is Better Buddies. Our Instagram is Better Buddies Cast, where we post updates about the show. Our email is betterbuddiescast@gmail.com. You can send us fan art, hate mail, declarations of love and or war, icebreakers you want us to answer, or questions you need advice on. And last but not least, be a better buddy.
Hi, Tanner.
Hey, Bree.
Can you hear us now?
Yeah. I've just never done, like, Discord voice call.
Well, it's good on my end, so whatever you did is working.
Sounds good.
Cool deal. And for once, I'm on time. For the first time in like 6 months.